Okay, so this is going to be a kind of cheat video or showcase video of the new NPC added to my mod Stardew Valley Weed Tycoon. I'm going to be going through the events, his hard events, 2 to 10, and maybe show off, festivals and stuff, because I finally figured out how to add him into festivals. So first of all, we'll start off with the 2 Heart event. And it takes place in the town from 9 a.m. to nighttime, basically any time after 9 a.m. Hey Dimitri, come over here for a second. I don't get why you keep talking to me. It's not like I'm a particular treat to talk to, more like a chore. Sorry for being distant. I just don't want to lose anyone again. Do you take any medication, or have you? Actually, never mind. And the farmer's confused. So that's his 2 Heart event. And all of his events, you have to see the previous one before you can progress, because it's kind of like a linear story. Anyway, onto the 4 Heart event. It takes place in the forest from 11 o'clock and onwards. So, yeah. If only you were still here, Zane. I know you would have loved Pelican Town. I still really wish you were with me now, as unlikely as that would have been. Is someone there? How much did you... Never mind. I'm gonna assume you heard it all. I guess I'll explain what I was talking about. Zane was my friend throughout high school. He wasn't my best friend, but he was still a good friend to me. Sometime during senior year or so, Zane overdosed at a party and passed away. I know drugs are scary, but I didn't think something like that would happen to someone I know. It didn't hit me at first, but when it did, it hit hard. Yoba, I didn't take it well at all. I started drinking. Never mind, I thought Zane would be there with us at grad, since doctor said he was looking better, but as you can probably guess, he didn't make it. At least with pot, the chance of death is quite low compared to heroin. That's what Zane started getting involved with. I sort of never touched that stuff myself. And then it's quite a long pause. A lot of his events have long pauses in them. Wanna Joja? And then 6 Heart event. Let me see if I remember where it takes place. I think it takes place in the mines. So we'll head up there. Okay, so his 6 Heart event takes place later in the day. It takes place at 2 o'clock and onwards. Oh, hello Dimitri, I was just finishing up my day in the mines. You know, all this time left alone really lets me think about things. Like how I actually used to be good friends with Penny, then I dropped her. One day we were best buds, the next we hardly knew each other. Most of the Pelican Town residents don't actually like me. I used to be close to a few of them, but I guess once I started going to a high school in the big city, I thought I was better than them all. I got involved with pretty bad things over there in Zuzu, drugs, drinking, sex, all that good stuff. Then Zane passed and all of that just got worse. I started abusing all of it instead of just experimenting. I'd have sex with whoever, whenever, and was always surrounded by drugs. One day, one of my big city friends tells me I should grow my own weed since Pelican Town doesn't have a proper police force. I managed to get my hands on some seeds outside of the town so it couldn't be traced back to me, and began my little garden. It was a great success and my business grew more every day. Unfortunately, so did my ego. I stopped hanging out with people in town altogether once my business was good enough, and it was strictly the city kids who I spent my time with. And when I was in town, I was in the mines, away from everyone else. It was a combination of my big ego and not wanting to get hurt again that stopped me from getting close to anyone and to cut off all my old friends. Although I really miss Penny. What do you think, Dimitri? Should I try and be friends with Penny again? Okay. So, first option, Penny deserves a better friend than someone like you. Maybe next time you'll think twice and cherish your friendships. Gives you, hold on a second, -100 friendship. Forgive and forget, isn't that the saying? Has no effect on friendship, and look, we all make mistakes. I've made some too, and you were just a dumb kid when you did it. I'm sure Penny will find it in her heart to forgive you. Adds 50 to friendship. And the response to the first one is, I know I did the wrong thing, and I know she deserves a better friend, but I've changed and I'm willing to do anything for her again, just like I should have done. I don't need you to make me feel worse about it. The second option, he answers, I guess you're right, I just hope she can forgive me after all I've done to her. And the third, we'll find out now. That made me feel a bit better. He doesn't say much. I think I'm going to reach out and try to patch things up with her. I'm going to make a list of things to apologize for, and then I'm going to bake poppy seed muffins. I hope she still likes those. Thanks for listening, Dimitri. You're a good friend to me. Oh, cute. And 8 Heart event, I think takes place either 9 or 11 a.m. Let me check. Six a.m. Oh. Yeah. I think 6 a.m. Yeah, his last 2 events take place at 6 a.m. and onwards compared to the first few, I think. Okay, this is his 8 Heart event. Hey there, Dimitri. How are things with you? I was just reflecting on how much of a loser I am. He's going straight at it. I mean, what have I really done with my life other than finish high school? I haven't got a job or any worthwhile certifications. Not that there's much of a future in a small town like this. It's so suffocating and claustrophobic in Pelican Town, but I can't afford to live in Zuzu. I'm never going to fall in love or on any other milestone that normal people do. Do you ever feel like that, Dimitri? These, I think... Oh, the top one gives 150 friendship, which is, I get it, I really do. Sometimes I feel the same way, and I don't know if I'll ever stop, but I know that my friends will help me through it all. I'm always here for you, Marlo. And then Nope has no effect on the friendship. And the top one, he goes, I really appreciate that farmer name. You're a good person. And we're gonna go Nope. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Yeah. He's not going to chastise you for not feeling the same way as you, as he does, you know. Oh yeah, Penny loved the muffins. I think she's forgiven me and is willing to slowly build our friendship back up. Suppose you want to know how I earn a living. It's not legal in the slightest, but I sell weed. Been doing it for a few years now. It's my main source of income at this point. I'm trusting you about this because I think it's something you could really get into. Yeah, it's 8 Heart event and it's quite long. Actually, it's the longest event I've written in for him. I think you should grow some stuff on your farm. If you do, I'll be taking a cut of the profit since I give the seeds to Pierre and he gives them to you. Pelican Town is my turf, so anyone buying here is buying my product. Joining my business will make your bank account explode, trust me. It's a worthy investment. But don't even think about trying the product. You so much as become the tiniest bit addicted, you're getting cut off. Not really. If you use weed in game, he's not gonna come at you. It's kind of just acting tough. So you don't become a junkie, whatever. There's no consequences for using it in game. I'll just say that. Can never trust a junkie. Everyone in town knows people use weed, but they don't know who's selling it, and nobody is concerned enough to get the cops involved. What do you think? Okay, so there's a lot of options here, so I need to fix a typo there. I'll fix that after the video, and there will be a full stop in the release on Nexus, but the top option, none of them affect friendship at all, so don't worry. So the top one is, does Penny know about this? And Marlo goes, no, she hasn't got a clue. She knows that I used to use it, but not dealing. Does Lewis know about this? And he goes, yep, he uses it for joint pain. He also gets a cut of the profit. Says it's to keep the police off our back. Does Pierre also get a cut? And then he responds with, Pierre gets a 5% cut of whatever I make, and whatever he makes from selling the seeds. He's my partner in the business, helps me launder the money too. Is this where Sam and Sebastian get their stash from? He responds with, oh yes, Sam asked if he could sell, but the guy's a junkie, so I can't trust him. And then Tell Me More just carries on with the cutscene, so we'll go with that one. Okay then. If you're willing to work with me, you'll get 15% of the profits. Notice how that's more than Pierre? Pierre sucks. So how about it? Now these do affect friendship. I'm in gives plus 200. Sorry, I can't. Doesn't affect friendship. And fuck no, I'm going to call the cops, dude. Is minus 100 friendship. Sorry, I can't. He responds with, that's fine, it's not the life for everyone or everybody, but if you change your mind, you know where to find me. Also, this stays between us. I'm going to call the cops. He responds with, alright, whatever, but just so you know, I've got connections, and a little bluff like that isn't going to stop me from selling. So we'll say yes to him. Right on, you won't regret this, brother. And if you're a female farmer, he goes sister. Okay, well, I'm sure you have places to be. See ya. His 10 heart event takes place in the town again, and it can be triggered from 6 o'clock in the morning onwards, and it's short and sweet. Hope you're having a good day, Dimitri. Hope you don't get too lonely out on that big farm. I live in that little cottage with Uncle Marlon and his friend Gil, and although it's cozy, I do get lonely. I mean, I do spend all my days by myself, or in the mines. Didn't always used to be just me and Uncle though. My sister used to live with us. Me and her were adopted by Uncle Marlon when our parents were thrown in jail years ago. I'm gonna have to go through it and fix the typos, but trust me, they won't be there in the release. They were a real Bonnie and Clyde duo. I think they committed tax fraud or something to do with cooked books and the company they founded. Nothing too extreme or dangerous, I guess. Still, my sister and I were underage and needed somewhere to go. I think I was like 3 or something, and my sister was 8 or 9. We moved to Pelican Town, and here we are today. Actually, my sister, once she got a driver's license, took off into the big city to become a cop. Me and her were always sort of polar opposites, but I just find the irony of our situations funny. I mean, come on, she's a cop and I'm a dealer. It's the height of comedy. I don't get to see my sister often. She only comes around on holidays like Christmas or my birthday sometimes. It's okay with me though. I appreciate her making her way out here anyway since she's so busy and all. We're in regular contact, so I don't mind if I don't get to see her often. Hey, if you're ever in Zuzu, keep an eye out for Officer Anderson. You'll know who she is when you see her. We look very similar. Dimitri, I know this is a dramatic topic change, but I just want to be honest. I will admit it, I have thought about you as more than a friend a few times. I'm not ready for a relationship yet, or nothing serious anyway. Just thought I should tell you since we're pretty good friends and all. And I really do care about you. Oh, and that is all of his events so far. Not so far. It is all of his events. 2 to 10 hearts. Yeah, so kind of... Oh yeah, his smoking animation. That took me a while. Chain smoking it. He's kind of a sad character, I will admit. But he's the town drug dealer. And a little bit of lore for my Stardew mod. It's a Wednesday, so we can't check out the seeds. But yeah, that's it.